Welcome back. Today I'll share with you my garden, the beginning of my food forest. I'll show you all of the edibles that grow in my garden, and let's start over here on the side of my house with quince tree, which is one of the two that I have growing on my property. And over here by the stairs I have some lingonberry that is blooming right now. I really hope to have a taste of some lingonberry this year. And these are ramps, wild leeks, together growing with some lemon balm. And over there in the middle, I have goji berry. It's still tiny and small, but I hope it will grow well this year. Now let's go to my backyard, which is small. I think our lot is 25 by 125 feet, and it's including the house and the garage. So I don't have too much room for growing, but I grow as much as I can fit in here. So let's start over here with some more ramps. You can see I really like them. And ramps are perfect root vegetable perennial for shade. Also some salad burnet, and this is mibuna, a really nice Japanese vegetable for salads, and that is mountain spinach. It's a climber, and I hope it's going to cover all of this trellis over here. And this is one of my two grapes. It's starting to bud already. I'm really excited. Now over here I have some perennial onions. These are Chicago onions. And I have some strawberries. These are wild strawberries, also known as alpine. And this is Brussels sprouts and garlic chives. Now here I have some sorrel growing, another Brussels sprouts, and sorrel is a really great perennial vegetable. That it's one of the first ones that comes up in the spring. And this is another tree. It's called pawpaw tree, and it's starting to grow. I also have some daylilies and irises growing over here, some lemon balm, and my strawberries are starting to bloom. Now over here I have some mixture of salad greens. So this is arugula, and then over there I have some lettuce. Also, I decided to try growing peas in hanging baskets. Let's see how it turns out. I hope it will be good. And then over there is a small seedling of Chicago fig tree. So I'm really excited for that one to grow. And then over here I have some kale, lettuce, in between garlic and onion. And some more perennials in the back. So I have fennel growing, and over here I have dwarf peach tree, which I just planted not so long ago. It came bare root, so I'm really excited that it's growing. Another hanging basket of peas. And over there I have a sour cherry tree, which just finished blooming, unfortunately, but my raspberries are starting to bloom, so you can see the little buds over there. And over here I have another perennial vegetable, asparagus. This is 5th year that I grow asparagus. I only planted one, and now I have many more. And that is lovage, which is great spring vegetable. And by the fence over there is walking stick kale, which will grow tall. Then over here in the container I have some blackberries. These are dwarf or bush blackberries. I also have some onions and tarragon and some cabbage, the mixture of everything. And then over here in these small greenhouses, I am hardening off my seedlings that I have been growing from February indoors. Now I started taking them outside to harden off, to get used to the outdoor temperature and sun and wind and everything else. I have a lot of seedlings to harden off. That's why these portable greenhouses are great, because when it was really cold, I can just bring them inside. Over here I have some annuals. This is lemongrass, and over here I have marigolds, which are great companion planting for vegetables, and a tray of different kale that I'm growing just to use as a baby greens. I have more seedlings, as you can see. Not all of them were able to fit into those greenhouses. So these are my cucumber seedlings that are getting out of control. You can see how big they're growing. They're ready to be planted in the ground. But this is their third day outside, and I think it's too early, so I'll wait a few more days and then I'll plant them into my garden beds. And over here I have some more seedlings that I directly sowed. So there's some mustards and some broccoli rabe and some lettuce, a lot of different green vegetables for salads. And those are mums that have overwintered. By the entrance, I have some clematis growing on one side of the ark, and on the other side is green peas that I wanted to climb on the ark. And on this side is the same way, clematis. And also I have some bee balm growing in the corner. And this is miner's lettuce, claytonia, together with rosemary. This is wasabi greens and mitsuba. And over here is the mixture of radishes and some tulips and green pea. I also have an unheated greenhouse attached to my house, and right now I am hardening off tomatoes in there. You can see I have tons of tomatoes. I'm not even sure where I'm going to plant them because there is literally no room in my garden. You can see I have tons of pots. These are nasturtiums that I sowed like a few weeks ago, and these are sunflowers and more nasturtiums. I also have a vertical tower over here for herbs and some more pots behind the greenhouse. You can see I'm trying to fit as much as I can. Now on this side, by the fence, I have more strawberries, and these are regular strawberries. Then there is echinacea over there starting to show up, some lilies and peonies. I try to mix edibles with non-edibles, and these are more raspberries. This is currant bush, some roses, and Persian lilac, which is ready to bloom. And then over there by the lilac I have salad burnet, tasty perennial. I really recommend everyone to grow it. It tastes like cucumbers. And this is another grape vine that I have growing. It looks like nothing right now, but in a few months this whole thing will be covered and shaded. And I have some blood sorrel and orach growing over there. Also some onions and parsley, and this is black currant. Some basil in pots. And over here in between the garlic, I have mizuna growing. More currant bushes. I really love currants. Red currants are my favorite. They taste so good, better than any berries. And as you can see, they're blooming right now. Those tiny little berries will be red soon. And over here I have another edible. It's called schizandra. It's known as a 5-flavor berry. Very good for you. It's a medicinal plant. Now over here on the side, this used to be a mini portable greenhouse, but I already took the plastic out and I left the structure to support my green peas that I planted by each pole. And there's also some garlics and onions and some cabbages in between. And on this side I have some grow bags with potatoes. I really love young potatoes, that's why I'm growing it. And over here is a mixture of different plants. I have some spinach growing in there. Over here up by the edge, this is mash. It's a salad greens. And you can see my spinach is starting to bloom. And my kale is already blooming. So this is red Russian kale, and I'm so excited it blooms because that means I can collect my own seeds. Now here's more potatoes. Some peas and also chervil. And this is the spinach that overwintered here in zone 5, so I kept it covered all winter long, and in the spring I removed the fabric row cover, and you can see how thick the stems got. It started growing like crazy in the spring, and right now it's just actively blooming. Some people hate this. They say, oh, bolting is so bad, and they try to prevent it. But I love that my plants are blooming because I can collect the seeds and I don't have to buy them anymore. Over here I have some trellis from IKEA where I planted peas and more potatoes, and the peas can just climb up on the trellis. And then when it's done, I can plant some tomatoes or cucumbers after the peas. Some more herbs growing. And here is a wild combination of spring flowers and herbs. These are snowdrops, they're so cute. My sage and some oregano and thyme. More kale blooming. And some lavender. This is called motherwort. It's a medicinal plant. And some feverfew, which has very chamomile-like flowers. I really like having it in my yard. So that was my small yard urban city lot, very small, but full of different perennials and edibles. So no matter how small of the space you have, you can grow a lot of food. Don't be afraid to start small. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.